Basically what I'm starting off here with is a piece of 8.5 by 11-inch cardstock that I have printed the patterns from the USA Party Kit from Lindsay's Stamp Stuff onto, and I'm just going to cut the paper into quarters. So I'm cutting it in half the long way, or short way rather, at 5.5, and then I'm going to cut it the other way at 4.25, so I end up with 4 paper quarters. But I only need one to show you the basic gist of this. I'll cut the red paper too so you can see. You do get these 2 patterns right in the Party USA kit. That way you can make your own favors if you don't have exactly what you want, or you want to make a little addition to go with your party. You can quickly whip something up with a cardstock that is provided. Alright, now these little treat holders are also known as sour cream containers. I've never seen sour cream come in a container like this, but that's what they're called on Split Coast. So basically what you want to do is kind of roll your paper up into a cylinder, and you can use double stick tape, but I'm going to just use hot glue because I have my hot glue gun ready. And I'm just going to roll that up and glue it down. I use low temperature glue so I don't burn myself. Very important. Then I'm going to pinch one of the ends here, and I'm going to go ahead and put another bead of glue here inside. My glue gun needs a longer cord. There we go. And I'm just going to pinch that closed. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pinch it at an angle that's perpendicular to the first one, so that I end up with a little container looking like this. Now I don't want to glue it shut yet because I haven't put any favors in there. So what I'm going to do instead is grab my hole punch and punch a couple of holes here at the end that I can thread a little ribbon through. And that also makes the container reusable in case somebody thinks it's so adorable that they can't bear to rip it to open it. They can always keep it and figure out how to make one themselves. This is also really fun for weddings. I went to a patriotic themed wedding once on July 4th a few years ago, and it was so beautiful, and these favors would have been just perfect. So I'm going to tie this in a little bow. Very easy. Or you could, just knot it. If you used a thicker ribbon, you probably just want to knot it. Snip the ends to make it a little neater. And then I'm just going to glue one of the party circles that comes in the USA Party Kit. Just going to glue that on the front. Look how quick and easy that little favor is to make. Let's do it one more time, since I have the other piece of paper cut here. I like to roll my paper up a little bit before I try to glue it. So we're going to put a bead of glue on one side. Use double stick tape if you don't feel like you can move fast enough with the hot glue. Glue it together to make a cylinder, kind of like you're making a toilet paper tube. Doesn't it look like about the same size as a toilet paper tube? Then you want to pinch one of the ends. You want the seam to be along the middle of the back. And again, I'm going to see if I can do this in frame here. You want to put glue right on the inside there, or double stick tape. Glue is so quick and easy and inexpensive that that's usually what I use when assembling favors. No backing to peel off or anything like that. And so then we've got this. So I'm going to pinch it at a 90-degree angle to the first. And I could glue it if I had filled my container right now. I could just glue this, but since I haven't filled it yet, I want to be able to reopen it. So I'm just going to punch a couple holes and tie a little bow. You can see it would make it a lot quicker if you just glued it. Like if you were making 100 of these, you probably would just want to glue it. But since I haven't filled these yet, I want to be able to actually use them, so that way I can untie them later and I can fill them up with some goodies. If you don't want to put candy in here, like we're trying to get away from candy at our house, you could put like a set of jacks, or some dice, or some little game like that. Maybe some little snaps, those ones the kids throw down on the pavement and they make a kind of like a popping noise. Those are kind of fun. So you could put little trinkets, little toys in these as well. Or if you were doing a wedding shower, you could certainly put mints down. Let's glue that little party circle on there. When you print out the sheet of party circles, they're actually square, so you have some options. Here is a partial sheet. You can see they kind of come square. You can punch them. You could use a circle cutter to cut around them. You could punch them in a scallop shape, whatever you want to do. There's a lot of options there.